Need some coins for that God Squad you've always wanted? Check out rockbottomcoins.com for the cheapest and fastest coins anywhere. Use code ZERK for 15% off your order. And if you guys want to compete in tournaments for cash prizes, make sure to check out tourneycrypt.com.
The whole thing wobbin'.
What's going on, guys? It's Zirksee coming at you today with another YouTube video, and today I'm going to be going over my Team of the Year predictions. I'm beginning asked the past couple days, where are my Team of the Year predictions at? Well, we're finally going to get into those. A couple things you guys need to know about Team of the Year, though. First up, you have no idea what Team of the Year is. I did already make a video a couple of days ago going over what to expect with the promo, so definitely check that video out if you don't know exactly what Team of the Year is. But we're about to be getting a bunch of really good players, ranging from probably 94 to 98 overalls, majority of them 95 plus, but they did have some special teams players like sub linebacker, slot wide receiver, slot cornerback, I believe it was. They were like 94s, so we may get some 94 overall players, well, but mostly 95 to 98, majority of them being 95 and 96s, a couple 97s, a couple 98s. But also, if you guys do not already know, if you're watching this video on Wednesday, I believe today's the 8th, I want to say, January 8th, I'm pretty sure, make sure you guys go and check my video out at 7 p.m. I'm facing Tyreek Hill. Myself, Dom, and Cookie Boy, we faced against Tyreek Hill and two other Chiefs wide receivers as well. Definitely make sure you guys turn the notification bell on and check that video out at 7 p.m. Eastern Time tonight. But with Team of the Year, I will say this, it's not always going to be just the best player at every single position throughout the year, right? We may not get someone who led the league in touchdowns, someone who led the league in rushing yards and receiving yards. But there are going to be a couple of those really, really good players in this list as well for my personal predictions. And I'm going to say, I honestly feel pretty dang confident for my predictions. So with that being said, let's go and get into it. Comment down below your guys' predictions. Drop a like. Let's get into it. So let's start off with the quarterback, and I've got two predictions for QB. So obviously, Russell Wilson, to me, is the front runner for the, it's just pretty obvious here. He's the front runner for the Team of the Year QB because obviously he is / was a MVP candidate. I think by now people already know. I mean, it's pretty obvious. Lamar Jackson's going to win MVP. So Russell Wilson, EA knows he's not going to win MVP. I think it makes perfect sense. Give him a Team of the Year card. He has a 91 overall series redux. Give him a 96 overall QB, and this card would be incredible as a QB. I think it'd be honestly one of the best QBs in the game. So series redux, Russell Wilson, definitely get that upgrade. Another quarterback I do want to mention though, like I said, it's not always just the best QBs, the best stats, whatever, but this guy led the league. He was number 2 actually in passing yards. Dak Prescott. And I'm not just saying this because I'm a Cowboys fan. Seriously, I do believe that Dak Prescott could potentially get this upgrade. If I had to bet money though, I'm going to say it right now, Russell Wilson is probably going to get this. But don't be shocked if Dak ends up getting this if they have Russell Wilson like saved for something else. Now on to the running backs. I am basically split between two people. My first guess is going to be Nick Chubb. He only has a 90 overall Team of the Week. He was top 5 in the NFL in rushing yards. I believe he was number 2, I want to say. Nick Chubb was 2 or 3. I can't remember exactly. But I know Nick Chubb was definitely up there in terms of rushing yards. Had an incredible season on a team that basically just underperformed all around. Nick Chubb had a good season. However, someone else that I think could potentially get this upgrade, and I find it very intriguing he did not get a playoff card, is in fact the NFL rushing leader, and that was Derrick Henry. I think Derrick Henry could potentially get this upgrade. He is a 91 overall Team of the Week, but I don't really know. I feel like they have done the running back before, like Todd Gurley when he had led the league in touchdowns, I think it was. He ended up getting the 98 overall card, so maybe we see Derrick Henry get a big-time upgrade, but it's either going to be Henry or Nick Chubb. And next up is going to be fullback. And honestly, at fullback, it's kind of hard to predict this one. I think the most obvious one and a one that a lot of people may suspect is going to be Kyle Juszczyk, obviously. But the issue is, Juszczyk has a 93 overall card already. He has a signature series card. So I don't know if they're going to give him the upgrade. Maybe instead they decide to go with Patrick Ricard, who only has an 86 overall upgrade currently. I really don't know what they're going to do for fullback, but Kyle Juszczyk has a 93 overall signature series, which is not up in the auction block. Could be Kyle, but I think it's going to be Patrick Ricard. Now getting into the wide receivers, Michael Thomas has to be on this list. Now he's like an exception to my rule that I made, or I guess the rule that EA kind of tends to follow. They don't always go with the best players in their position, like in terms of statistics, but in terms of stats, Michael Thomas broke the NFL record for most receiving yards in a single season. He has to get a card here. He only has a 91 overall most feared card, which isn't up in the auction block because it's NAT. He has to get this upgrade. I think it makes perfect sense for Michael Thomas to get this card, and he probably would end up being like 97 overall. I think he's going to be really, really good. Now, as for the second wide receiver, you guys may have noticed I have been buying this guy up like crazy because I truly do expect him to get this upgrade, and that is DeAndre Hopkins. I have a bunch of these 91 overall cards right here. He's going for 139,000 coins. You guys can see I bought a bunch of DeAndre Hopkins because I really do expect to make a card pretty soon. You guys can see how many D-Hops I actually have. I have a bunch of him because I expect him to get a Team of the Year, and it's been since Ultimate Kickoff. He has to get an upgrade sometime soon. Now, there does have to be a third wide receiver if they decide to do it again, like how they did Specialist. There kind of does have to be a third. So, for the third wide receiver, I'm going to kind of between two people here. If they decide to go with slot receiver, I think it's between Keenan Allen, who has a 90 overall Team of the Week. I should say three people, actually. Keenan Allen has a 90 overall Team of the Week, and I think it can honestly be either of the Bucs wide receivers. We have Mike Evans, who has a 90 overall, and we have Chris Godwin, who only has a 91. So I think that it's probably going to be Godwin. If anyone, he definitely was more up top of the stats. Either Godwin or Keenan Allen, but I'm not really sure which one they're going to go with. And as for the tight ends, I'm down to two players as well here. I think it would make perfect sense to give it to George Kittle, though, because he had an incredible season again. Travis Kelce just got an upgrade for the playoff promo, so he's not going to be getting this. I think it probably is going to be Kittle. But if I had a second guess, I would probably say Darren Waller. I think Waller had a great season as well. But if I had to put money on it, I'd probably say Kittle. Now, when it comes down to offensive linemen, guys, honestly, this is the one area that I struggle with the most on doing these predictions is the offensive linemen, because they can really go wherever they want to. But at left tackle, I'm going to go with Laramie Tunsil, basically known as one of the best left tackles in the NFL, and definitely was an amazing trade for the Texans to go ahead and get him. He has a 91 overall card, heavyweight currently. I was going to go with Tyron Smith, but honestly, I don't think it'll be Tyron Smith. I think it's going to be Laramie Tunsil because he did have the better season. It's coming from a Cowboys fan. It wasn't like a spectacular season for him. As for the left guard, though, I'm actually going to go with one that you guys probably expect me to go with, and that's going to be Quentin Nelson. Really, when it comes to left guards, Quentin Nelson always seems to get like the big time upgrades. He has a 92 overall Harvest card. I believe this can be upgraded to a 92. So 92, bump up like a 96, really not that big of a difference. I'm going to be honest here, though, at center, this was definitely the hardest pick for me. I am actually going to go at center with Corey Linsley. He has a Football Outsider card that he got in October. It's only an 88 overall card. If you guys have any other people you think could potentially get the center, definitely comment down below because I really do not know for center. As for right guard, though, this one's obvious. It is going to be Zach Martin. There's no way it is not Zach Martin. Now, Zach Martin's power, by the way, is actually going for 4,800 coins right now, which is actually a pretty dang good buy. I have a lot of Zach Martins, and he only has a base elite 87. That's it. And he was all pro first team, I believe. So, yeah, Zach Martin definitely has to get that upgrade. And at right tackle, another position I wasn't too sure on, but I am actually going to go with someone who doesn't have that big of an upgrade. Someone who hasn't had an upgrade in a long time, I guess you should say. Mud Hero Mitchell Schwartz only has a 91. Now over to the defensive side of the ball. This one makes perfect sense, obviously. Shaquille Barrett. The man led the league, I'm pretty sure, in sacks with 19.5, I want to say he had. He has 89 finesse move, 83 speed, 88 excel, 88 block shooting. It only makes sense that he gets a Team of the Year upgrade. If he doesn't, though, I wouldn't be too shocked. Maybe they have a big card planned for him because he did lead the league in sacks. Maybe he won't get this upgrade. Shaquille Barrett, though, at like a 96 overall, this card would be incredibly good. I think it'd be a very, very good left side linebacker. Now, also one more guy I do want to put here in case they don't go with Shaq Barrett. I think there's one guy they technically could replace him, and that'd be TJ Watt. I think TJ Watt could very well end up getting the left side linebacker card, and if that's the case, expect him to do something very, very big with Shaquille Barrett. And honestly, one of the most underrated players in the NFL. I had no idea he was doing so well. He's actually one of the top leaders in the NFL in terms of sacks. Chandler Jones had another incredible season. I guess it's because he's in Arizona. They just they don't get much coverage, I guess. But Chandler Jones had an incredible season, and I hadn't heard a single thing about him all year long until a couple weeks ago when I saw that he had 14 sacks, I think, 14 and a half sacks. I had no idea. Chandler Jones definitely should get a Team of the Year upgrade. By the way, just so you guys know, he actually ended the season with 19 sacks, and Shaq Barrett had 19 and a half. So very, very similar seasons. But at middle linebacker, I think this is going to be one they're going to do again. They have gave Bobby Wagner Team of the Year cards in years past, and last year, he was a 98 overall. He led the league in tackles again. I believe Bobby Wagner is going to get probably a 97 or 98 overall. I know last year he didn't lead the league in tackles, but this year he did. Bobby Wagner should definitely get a big-time upgrade and be one of the best middle linebackers in the game. Now let's get down to the defensive ends, and I'm going to go with Joey Bosa at left end. I feel like Bosa had a very good season. His brother has a better card than him already, but this Joey Bosa, of course, goes up to a 92. I would not be shocked to see a good Team of the Year Joey Bosa, maybe 95, 96 overall as well. Now, right end, though, I think this is, again, going to be kind of a bigger name player, just kind of like Bobby Wagner. I think Bobby Wagner is going to be one of the highest overall cards in the game. I think that this guy as well is definitely going to be one of the highest overall Team of the Year players, and that's Aaron Donald. He only has a 92 overall upgrade. If you guys know me, you know I always use Aaron Donald cards. I have him on my team, powered up. He's still my right end. I still have Aaron Donald. Whatever Team of the Year card he gets, I think he will get a Team of the Year. Probably going to be 96, 97, potentially one of the 98 overalls. They go up to 98. I'm going to pick up Aaron Donald because that is going to be an end game type of card. Donald is just a monster. I think he will end up getting this. He had another great season. Now at defensive tackle, I'm going to give you guys two options here. Now I know that they only did one defensive tackle last year, so if I had to go with one guy, I think it is going to be Chris Jones. He has a 91 overall heavyweight card. He had 9.5 sacks. Very good season. 90 power move, 82 block shed, 69 speed, 83 acceleration. However, I'm going to give you guys one more option here, and also in case they decide to do two defensive tackles, I don't know if they will or not, but if they do two defensive tackles, I expect it to also be Grady Jarrett. He had 89 block shedding, 84 power move, 67 speed. I think you definitely get the upgrade. So now let's go on to the cornerbacks, and again I'm going to give you guys three corners because last year they gave us two cornerbacks, and they had like the specialist cornerback as well, which was the Chargers cornerback, Desmond King. So I think we're probably going to end up getting three cornerbacks again. Tre'Davious White is an obvious one, sort of like DeAndre Hopkins. Both of them are all pros, and both of them only have 91 overall upgrades. Definitely deserves an upgrade as well, Tre'Davious White. Now as for the second upgrade, I'm going to go with Joe Hayden. He as well was a league leader in interceptions. Joe Hayden actually had a very good season. I remember he had a Team of the Year card. I want to say it was like Madden 16. I think it was Madden 16 when he was on the Browns. And that card was really good, I want to say. I remember using that card quite a bit. But I think he could potentially get a Team of the Year upgrade now. As for the third cornerback, honestly, I'm not too sure who it's going to be. I was going to go with Marcus Peters, but Marcus Peters actually already has a 0 chill card, so he probably will not get this upgrade. I am going to go with, this one may surprise you guys, but I'm actually going to go with Marshawn Lattimore. He has a 91 overall Harvest card. I was trying to look, who had the most interceptions, passes defended. Lattimore definitely could potentially get an upgrade here. Has a 91 overall. I could see them bumping him up. And now let's go to the safeties. And at free safety, Minkah Fitzpatrick all the way. It has to be Minkah Fitzpatrick, my guess. 89 speed, 92 acceleration, 84 hit power, 88 zone, 86 man. He only has a 91 overall upgrade, and I would not be surprised to see him as one of the higher overall cards. I think it would make perfect sense for Minkah Fitzpatrick being an all-pro as well, and having the season that he had. To me, it makes perfect sense. And as strong safety, if you guys watched my channel last year, and you've been watching my channel for the past couple of years now, you should know this. My favorite player that is not on the Cowboys is actually Tyrann Mathieu. I love this dude, Tyrann Mathieu. He actually does have a 90 overall flashback, and I believe it's also another all-pro player. He does have a flashback to the Cardinals, I want to say, which it looks like the card is not up, but I think it's a 90 overall, I want to say. So definitely, Tyrann Mathieu, if he gets an upgrade, make him a 96 overall, and he'll be on my team that day. Now, the only position I'm not going to go over, guys, is really going to be sub linebacker because there's so many guys that you go with, maybe like a Blake Martinez or someone. Comment down below for that. But as for kicker and punter, again, they could kind of go with whoever they want to. There's a lot of different options. Justin Tucker, to me, is the most obvious one. And when it comes to punter, I'm going to go with Brett Kern, the Titans punter. So with that being said, that is my Team of the Year prediction list. Comment down below what you guys think about my Team of the Year predictions. Who else do you think could potentially get a Team of the Year card? What overalls do you think they will be? Let me know down below. Hope you guys enjoyed the video though, and if you did, make sure you guys drop a like on the vid, and of course hit that sub button down below. Honestly, one thing I want from this promo, surprise everyone EA, give us that Dak Prescott card. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. See you guys next time.